Good evening, everybody. Once again, this is a UFC 148 post-fight recap with Stenenberg Thunderheart. And tonight, man, the card was excellent. The card was great. But before I get into this fight, I just want to also see, hopefully, that you guys in America have a great and happy and safe 4th of July Independence Day holiday. So, just thought I'd put that out there. And so basically what I'm going to do now, I'm going to read you the card and read your fight, so here we go. Now on Facebook I didn't get a chance to see this fight, but obviously it was a Rafaello Oliveira versus Yoslandi Ikido, and the winner is Rafaello Oliveira via unanimous decision. Now this one I actually got the chance to see from from the preliminary fights, so on FX that is. And that is John Alessio versus Shane Roller, and the winner is Shane Roller, unanimous decision. I mean, basically what it all boils down to, Shane Roller just had more control with his striking, and even had more control with his ground game than Alessio did, even though Alessio did a great job in also striking back and various other things. But in the end, Shane Roller did way more, and that's what earned him a unanimous decision, so congratulations. And Philippou, actually it's a Philippou versus Riki Fuduka, and the winner is Philippou, unanimous decision. I mean, basically what it all boiled down to was the same thing. Costa did more strikings than Riki Fuduka, and just landed in more strikes. And so it was mostly a striking stand-up battle. It was actually a great one. And then of course what happened. And of course, in the third round, what was very interesting was that Fuduka, actually, I guess when he threw a punch, he did not really close his fist all the way, and ended up poking him in his eye. Well, it kind of gouged his eye out, so they had to take some about at least not exactly 5 minutes, but about 3-minute break or something like that. And then after he was able to see properly with his left eye, that's when Costa went and really went on a house of fire, just really got angry and started really throwing bombs at him. And it was just enough, and it was more than enough actually for Costa to have that excellent victory. So congratulations. And in this next bout right here is Gleison Tibau versus Khabib Nurmagomedov, and the winner is Khabib Nurmagomedov, unanimous decision. I mean, basically, what it all boils down to it, Khabib had a lot of heart, and he went very aggressive and fast and furious. And Tibau was kind of like was fast and furious too, but he had more control. Whereas Khabib was a bit sloppy. But the only difference of this whole thing was that Khabib was actually able to press on the action more, and Tibau just backed up more, and that was basically the key thing. And even though Khabib tried to wrestle and try to take him down, he really couldn't take him down. But he showed some aggression, and like I say, he did show some sloppiness, but he showed a lot of aggression. I think that's what won the judge's eyes more so. Even though it was Gleison Tibau that actually showed more control in his striking and in his speed and in his power. And in the event, the judges, I believe, really thought Nurmagomedov had more aggression than Tibau. So congratulations, Khabib, on your excellent victory. And in this next bout, Melvin Guillard versus Fabricio Camoes, and the winner, and by unanimous decision, is Melvin Guillard. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Melvin Guillard has had a 2-fight losing streak ever since he's had a loss with Joe Lozon and Jim Miller via submissions on both accounts. So this is his first win back from his 2 losses that he's had. And let's just be honest. I mean, Fabricio had some great power and everything, but Melvin Guillard had more control. I mean, sure, Fabricio Camoes had better ground game than Melvin Guillard. Let's be honest. But even with all that, though, even if he was able to take Melvin to the ground a lot, he didn't really do much. Didn't much a lot of damage. I mean, sure, in the first round he gave him some good hard shots and ground and pound. But even from that second round and third round on, yeah, he was able to take him down, but he really didn't do much to Melvin. I mean, Melvin was able to had more control in the ground, and even got to a point And I mean, sure, I mean his strikings were great. I mean he had good good strikes and good, even a nice spin crescent kick to his face and things like that. So he had some nice, great fancy kicks, but even some of the fancy kicks weren't enough to really secure him a victory. If anything, too, and like I said, Fabricio Camoes had power, but he was also very sloppy and inexperienced to a point where even like for instance, where he tried to throw a nice spin kick and it backfired, and then even like Melvin went to the ground and actually even had some good ground control even in the very end. So like I said, the sloppiness really cost him, I believe. And Melvin had more control and precision with his striking and his even some of the grappling even. So congratulations, Melvin Guillard, and now hopefully he's back on the winning track now. Let's see what happens from there on out with him. Next page. All right, and of course this is the beginning of the pay-per-view event overall. And then this first match in the pay-per-view event was Ivan Menjavar versus Mike Easton. And the winner, via unanimous decision, is Mike Easton. I mean, Mike Easton, when I saw him for the first time tonight, I thought, oh my God, this guy's got some confidence. He looks ripped. And then on top of that, he really likes the Hulk character for some reason. I can't blame him. I mean, because I like the Hulk character too. And man, he must have channeled that Hulk energy, because that was just way more than enough to really, he didn't necessarily give a lot of problems to Mike Menjavar, but Mike Menjavar could not even find a way to really get in there and really get him some really good solid strikes. And Mike Easton even reminds me of Clay Guida a little bit, the way he moves and the way, but the only difference is he just kept on moving forward. But he was not tired. He was not tired. He just kept on having that energy going. That's what I liked about this guy, Mike Easton. And Mike Easton just, had a lot of more strikes, did a lot of things that Ivan Menjavar could not do tonight. I mean, Menjavar couldn't get in, couldn't really land anything properly as well. And so basically what all boils down to, Mike Easton really got the victory. So congratulations, Mike Easton, on that. And in this next fight, Chad Mendes versus Cody McKenzie. And the winner via TKO is Chad Mendes via TKO, 31-second TKO even. I mean, what it all boils down to, there was all this hype of Cody McKenzie having this nice guillotine choke in his own version of it, and I'm sure that would have worked if he would have slapped it on Chad Mendes, but he didn't get a chance to do it tonight. And also, too, McKenzie was a bit taller than Chad, but it didn't necessarily work to his advantage tonight. If anything, it worked to Chad's advantage, because he was trying to throw good long kicks to Chad's face and everything else, but then as soon as he tried to throw a sloppy roundhouse, Chad was able to snatch his ankle, and they threw a nice right straight punch to his solar plex, and not to mention, not only did it all hurt him and winded him, but it actually knocked him down to a point where he was actually able to throw some nice good hooks and even nice excellent hammer fists to his face, and the referee called it and called it a TKO victory, 31 seconds. So Chad Mendes, congratulations. It was his first victory since he's lost to Jose Aldo when he was trying to fight him for the world featherweight championship. So now let's see where he goes from there on. Maybe he'll get another crack at Jose Aldo at some point. We'll see. We'll see about this. And in this next bout, which will be Demian Maia's first time fighting as a welterweight, he went against Dong Hyun Kim, and the winner is Demian Maia via TKO. I mean, this fight didn't take long at all. I mean, basically what it all boils down to, they first got started. This ended in the first round, and Demian Maia basically what he did was he actually went and actually got his back, and Dong Hyun Kim would try his best to really defend and so forth. But what happened was, Demian Maia was able to take him down so awkwardly that he actually landed and actually broke Dong Hyun's ribs. And I guess the referee heard something popped or something broke, because as soon as he kept fighting, I didn't remember seeing Dong Hyun Kim tapped out, but it was kind of strange because then all of a sudden the fight was over, the referee stopped it, and Demian Maia was the winner. But then it turns out that when he was landed, the ribs were actually broken, so it was actually a broken ribs that actually cost him the TKO victory and gave it to Demian Maia. So congratulations on his welterweight debut, Demian Maia. So congrats. And in this next fight is Cung Lee, former Strikeforce champion, former Strikeforce middleweight champion Cung Lee versus Patrick Cote. And the winner via unanimous decision is Cung Lee. This is his first UFC victory, unlike the one he had against Vanderlei, which Vanderlei actually handed him his loss in the UFC, his first loss anyway in the UFC. So it was a great victory. I mean, Cung Lee, well, Patrick, it was a great, excellent action-packed fight. I mean, Patrick Cote came at him and did, especially in the first round, really pressured him to really back away and so forth. But Cung Lee, with some great offenses, had some unique side kicks and roundhouses and hook kicks and many of the various things and nice combinations and things like that. And then throughout the whole fight, that's what happened with Cung Lee. And then Patrick Cote slowed down a little bit, which actually gave Cung Lee more time to actually execute those techniques even further. After round one, basically when all boils down to it, when the second round and third round happened, that's when Patrick Cote was tired out a little bit and gave more room to Cung Lee to really execute the techniques. So in the end, though, Cung Lee did it, and he did more, and outstruck him and everything. So and plus, you know, with his also wrestling background too, he really couldn't take him down either, Patrick Cote. So he also wasted some energy as well with that because of Cung Lee's wrestling background too. So that's also what helps him a lot as well. So congratulations, Cung Lee. And in the co-main event, this was a great fight, I believe. It was Forrest Griffin versus Tito Ortiz 3, which basically Tito Ortiz and Forrest Griffin, when they fought the first time, Tito Ortiz got the split decision victory. And then the second time when Forrest Griffin and Tito Ortiz fought, it was Forrest Griffin who got the split decision. Now this time around, it was a unanimous decision victory for Forrest Griffin. So Forrest Griffin won the rubber match on this one. And the reason how he was able to win the rubber match was simply this. I mean, he just went in there and fought the good fight. He went in there and struck Tito Ortiz. Despite the fact that Tito Ortiz was able to hit him and knock him down a couple times, even like took him down a few times, Tito Ortiz couldn't really do much damage to Forrest. I mean, yeah, he did some things. I mean, he threw a couple of elbows, but he didn't necessarily really get him. And Forrest Griffin even at times even escaped and got on his feet. But in any event, it was an excellent event. And then on top of that too, by the third round, especially the third round, Tito Ortiz really gassed out. I mean, he was so tired. He was taking so many shots that more so that he should have. And then afterwards, after the bell rang, after it was all said and done, they gave Forrest Griffin the unanimous decision victory. And it was kind of funny that seeing Forrest Griffin take a microphone to interview Tito Ortiz and, you know, ask him, is this the last time you'll be fighting? And Tito Ortiz is basically saying, yes, I'm retiring, so good Lord, it's about time, Tito Ortiz, you retired. I mean, let's be honest, it was time for you to go. And by the way, also, I want to congratulate you on your induction to the UFC Hall of Fame. You deserve it, well-deserved induction, and well-deserved prize that you got. So congratulations, Tito Ortiz, and hopefully you enjoy your retirement, enjoy running your businesses, enjoy movies, whatever you want to do with your retirement. But it was definitely time for you to go. So good luck, and definitely thank you for all the times that you have provided, great action, and just great things that you've done in this sport, the great contributions you made. So with Tito, and as far as Forrest Griffin is concerned, I truly believe that he needs to retire as well. I just don't think he has it in his heart anymore to really fight like he used to when he first got in. He's not as hungry anymore, and I think now he's gotten so used to being a celebrity and doing other things that he can definitely do more than this fight now. He can